If I may have your attention, we are going to begin with the awards ceremony. And first, let me offer a word of welcome. Bienvenidos. Un placer tenerlos aquí en UT Southwestern. It's our pleasure to have you here at UT Southwestern this afternoon. Muy buenas tardes. ¿Quiénes me entienden si hablo español? Levanten la mano, por favor. Okay, so I'm going to have to use my second language, since only part of this group would understand me if I say everything in Spanish. My first language is Spanish, and I recommend that those of you that did not raise your hand take advantage of any place that offers Spanish lessons. And when you come back next year, you will be able to understand everything I say in Spanish. So it's my recommendation because it's so important to have fluency in different languages. I am going to take a few minutes to tell you a long story, but I'm going to make it very short because I want to give my remarks to the students primarily. The students in this group may be surprised to learn that many years ago I was as old as you are now. Now, hard to tell because I have white hair, I look very old, but some time back I was your age. And that's what I want to share with you is an experience I had about the time in my life, about the time I was your age, that taught me an important lesson that has helped me up until this day. I was living in Cuba. I was perhaps just a bit older than you are. I had a sister, I had a father, and a mother. And one day, our parents said, things are changing. We need to leave the country if possible. And one day, that time came, and the opportunity to leave was not made available to the four of us because there were only 2 seats on a plane, on a flight out of Havana that was made available. And our parents said, we need to take advantage of that opportunity to get on that flight since there are only 2 seats available. Ruben, you and your sister go on that flight to Jamaica. And we said, what are we going to do in Jamaica? We don't know anybody there. And they said, well, we understand that there are going to be people there to help you when you arrive, and they help you get to the United States, where we all want to go, if we're able to. So my sister and I go to the airport with one little bag, which is all they allow us to carry. And they search the bag because they didn't want us to take anything out of the country that was valuable, of value. So when they searched that bag, they found clothing and nothing else. Then they searched us to make sure we weren't carrying money or anything else. We weren't, they didn't find anything, so we got on that flight. As that plane took off, on the one hand, we were very worried that maybe we wouldn't be able to see our parents again. On the other hand, I realized then, even at a young age, that I had something very valuable that my parents had insisted that we do as we were growing up. And that was an education. Everything we learned, the little bit of English that I knew, all of the classes that I've had up until that point were stored here in our minds. They didn't find that when they searched us. And yet it was the most valuable thing we had. The one thing we were able to take with us. And that served us well when we arrived eventually to the United States, to be able to, my sister to continue to go to school because she was younger, and for me to go to work. And then when our parents came, be able to then go to school at night to get a college education, which was my ultimate goal. So I had to work full-time and then go to school at night to get my electrical engineering degree, which is what I wanted to do. So education set me well for my life. And education will set you well for your lives. Take advantage, listen to your parents, to the adults in your life that are telling you how important an education is, because they are right, and I'm living proof of that. So, education is very important. And then one last word that I want to leave with you as well, and that word is gratitude. As we left Cuba and ended up in Jamaica and then eventually to the US, there were people there that we didn't know that helped us go through all the process of getting visas and getting on flights. And the sense of gratitude that that produced, thanks for what they did for my sister and I, is what we do now to repay that in terms of being active in the community and serving others, doing for others. So 2 words, students: educación y gratitud. Education and gratitude. Thanks for being here.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Uplift Education Science Fair. It's an honor to be here with you all this afternoon. My name is Christina Nannini. I'm one of the middle school managing directors for Uplift Education. Today is the culmination of our MYP scholars' hard work. As a collective of IB schools, we celebrate the inquiry process that our scholars have engaged in to get here, to become more knowledgeable about the scientific process as they engaged in deep thinking about the content that intrigues them. Today, we heard our scholars be strong communicators as they reflected on their learning process. Today, these young scientists have truly exemplified what it means to be international baccalaureate scholars. I want to say thank you to our scholars for all of your hard work preparing for this big day. And also, thank you to all of you parents for all of your support. And to our teachers who are here with our scholars today for all of your time and effort preparing our scholars. I also want to say thank you to our corporate sponsors, the Dallas Zoo, Sam's Club, Costco, Target, Dave & Buster's, and Hobbytown USA for their wonderful donations of prizes for our scholars. And also thank you to Mr. Esquivel and to UT Southwestern for your partnership and for hosting Uplift Education today. Thank you. And now, let's commence with the presentation of awards. Scholars, when you hear your name called, come on up to the stage to receive your prizes. All of our scholars who receive honorable mentions, as well as first, second, and third place today, have all earned qualifying scores that make them eligible to move on to the Regional Science Fair. Here are our honorable mentions. All of these scholars earned a 96 out of 100 points on the Uplift Science Fair rubric. Scholars, when you hear your name, come on up and you're going to receive a certificate, a ribbon, and a keychain. In no particular order, our 3 honorable mentions are from Uplift Infinity Middle School with the project title of Chemical Combustion, we have Koheen Patiati. From Uplift Mighty Middle School with the project title of Beastly Bacteria, it is Iyanu McNutt. And our last honorable mention this year, from Uplift Summit Middle School with the project title, What Creates a More Efficient Solar Panel? We have Miss Tabitha Hare. Next, we have our 3rd place winner at this year's annual science fair. receiving a goodie bag, including a science fair pair of sunglasses, a keychain, a United Way STEM bag, an Uplift journal, a Bluetooth speaker, a Krispy Kreme gift card, and their coveted bronze medal. We have from Uplift Infinity Middle School with the project title, Is Your Sponge a Bacteria Hotbed? Scott Wynn. In second place, also receiving a goodie bag, including their science fair sunglasses, a keychain, a United Way STEM bag, a metal water bottle, an LED flying ball, a 3D microscope, a Dave & Buster's gift card, and their silver medal. We have from Uplift North Hills with the project title, The Skinny On Moisturizers, Shreesha Kupam. And lastly, what we've all been waiting for, the first prize winner. Receiving today a goodie bag, including their science fair sunglasses, a keychain, and a United Way STEM bag, but also a Uplift tumbler, a phone charger, an astronaut ice cream, Dallas Zoo tickets, Dave & Buster's gift card, and their very own white lab coat, and of course, the very coveted gold medal this year. We have from Uplift North Hills with the project title, Electromagnetic Radiation Everywhere, Sai Sporthi Ralabandi. Congratulations, scholars. Award to present next. It's called the STARS Award. And presenting this award are two of our Uplift partners. So I'd like to call to the stage right now Dr. Joel Goodman. He's the STARS Director and Professor of Pharmacology, as well as Mrs. Lynn Tam, the STARS Assistant Director.
Okay, welcome. I, for one, really enjoyed looking at your posters. I talked to some of you. Unfortunately, not to all of you, but I'm really inspired by these posters. You guys did a bang-up job, and in my opinion, you're all winners. STARS actually stands for Science Teacher Access to Resources Southwestern, which means we have a lot of programs, a lot of activities for science teachers. We also have a lot of activities for science for high school and middle school students. And none of these cost any money for participants. We get our own funding for these. They include summer camps in biology, chemistry, and physics, a new camp in biotechnology. We have a research program for students, but that's basically for 11th graders. We have an exploring post that meets once a month to explore careers for young people 14 to 20 years of age, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. We actually have many, many activities. So see us afterwards, or go to our website, UT Southwestern, utsouthwestern.edu/stars, and you can find out about our programs. So we're going to be awarding 2 awards to you guys today, and I'm going to turn this over to Lynn Tam, who's going to go over the history of this STARS Award. Lynn?
And so this is our 8th year of collaboration with Uplift Science Fair. We've been hosting it on campus for 8 years. And we really look forward to this part of the program because it gives us an opportunity to give out the UT Southwestern STARS Award. So that is a project that encompasses a spirit of science fair with overall great science, as well as an innovative approach to solve a problem or answer a question. And so Dr. Goodman and I, we did go and interview a lot of students, looked at many stellar projects, and it was a really difficult decision, and it was so difficult that we chose 2 projects this year. So we're going to go ahead and announce those 2 projects. And they are, we need a drum roll. Skinny on moisturizer. So if you want to go ahead and the second one is advancing a solution to chronic kidney disease, and that is our second star. Can you go and take another picture? And Ruben, can you join us on stage to take a picture so that we can post it? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Goodman and Mrs. Tam. We appreciate you being here with us today to support our scholars and to award them for all of their hard work and scientific inquiry. I want to thank everyone for participating in this year's annual Uplift Education Science Fair. Be sure that before you leave, scholars, you go back to the exhibition space and pick up your projects, take them home with you. And all of our award participants, be sure to pay attention to a little card that's been attached to your project. That's going to give you some extra information about the upcoming Regional Science Fair and how to register for that and where to find it, where to go and on what day. We're so proud of all of you scholars for all of your hard work this year and for the great projects that you presented. Congratulations to all of our young scientists.